This was always going to be the closest game coming up in the NA broadcast. The Lucky Bounce vs Retrospect one. I think Golden Boy is a way better host than Scott Cole. I think they both do fine, to be honest. Hosting is not easy. Just timing everything, dictating every conversation, throwing it to the casters, throwing it to breaks. Just not being awkward. I think both of them do fine. You don't have a stupid accent like Johnny. What tier does Espeon fit into? 1, 2, or 3? He's like probably a tier 2 player looking to get into tier 1. He's looking to break into tier 1. No, he's not quite 1. He's got too many, like, he's got a few weaknesses in his play. But Espeon's definitely looking to get in there. Oh my goodness, Quinn. Easy progress payment. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, you guys definitely have a lot of work to do, Quinn, but I believe in getting to the land for sure. This is like nuts. There's so many donations today, for goodness sake. I've never had this much money donated to me one stream. So yeah, I appreciate it, Quinn. There we go. So it's not free coaching for Genesis. Not free coaching at all. Tier 1 Merc, Tier 2 Paladin, Tier 3 Vex Gaming. Nice meme.
Gibbs, I'm scared for what you have to say, but Lucky Bounce is looking like the favorite.
Yeah, Retrospect's a brand new team basically at this point. Classics is the only one that
no, it's like it's on, but there's no sound. The lady talks, but there's no sound because the sound that I use for donation alerts is it could be recognized as a song. So if I left that on and I put this on YouTube, it might get copyright claimed, and then I can't put adverts on the video to make more filthy advert money, you know. So I've got to turn off the donation sound alert, but the woman still talks and the thing like still flashes up on the screen.
So hopefully they show up when it matters.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Market.
If I speed up the song, it won't copyright claim you. Oh, okay. I mean, it's only like a 7-second segment from. It's very funny actually. It's the song. It's the Coldplay song. What is it again? Yellow. Or something. I'll have to show it. Hold on. It's this. It's this. Wait. Coldplay. If I Google Coldplay tortoise, I love this thing. It's this guy. I love it. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. That's my donation said. Just the face of the tortoise. It's so good. Gets me every time. He's so happy. So yeah, that's it. But I don't want it to get copyright claimed, so I turn it off when I'm doing these VOD review streams, which are obviously going to go on YouTube. Anything that I think is going to go on YouTube, I turn off the donation sign because that's on it. Oh man, it's funny.
But they really are a squad that have been sitting.
You'll donate me another 30 quid if you use my follower sign. Can't change it for at least 3 months. What's your follower sign? Send it to me. What is it? I would consider that. The turtle eats your finger, yeah. It's like the funniest thing. I just love the turtle. The tortoise, rather. It's so funny. But I can't put it on because YouTube, like, copyright claim thing, it recognizes everything. So even that would be like copyright claimed. All your money goes to Coldplay now. I'm like, no. My money. My $5.
They, like you said, have been showing up in tournaments. They're usually winning those tournaments, or at least placing top 3. So if they can keep doing that, and their teamwork showed against XYZ at the beginning.
You gained 400 followers one day when some guy crying about your follower sign got trolled by chat. What's your follower sign? That's amazing.
Before Lawler, during the break, you said that Retrospect known mostly as solo players.
Right.
So could that, could teamwork make the dreams work? You know?
Could teamwork make the dream work?
For a reason, right?
Yeah.
Like that's how it works. So if they can do so, it's a big if. You've seen them play, but every time that I've had to go against them, I'm not as good as these guys, so it's irrelevant. But when you watch them play against the higher level teams, when they're placing top,
tastes good.
In most cases, they do play very well as a team.
So stupid.
And they're showing to me that playing with Timothy rather than September has not been a problem. So If they can keep doing that, it shouldn't be a problem. But don't expect this team in retrospect to just fall over.
Wait, is it this guy?
Oh God, it's so good. So good. So good and tasty.
What? Is that the one? Is that it? That's quality. Wait a minute.
Polito, give me a shout out.
That's not it.
I'll have to give a shout out to my little brother who's washing downstairs and Lachinio's mom.
Polito, give me a shout out.
Look at that well-made bed.
Shout out to my little brother who's washing downstairs and Lachinio's mom.
It's so funny. It's amazing. Anyway, we're getting very sidetracked here.
They're a very good and well-played team.
All right, well,
Oh my
let's,
goodness.
get ready to toss it to Casters before we questions.
All right.
Oh,
so
dear.
Lucky Bounce is that team, and then Retro is that wild card. No one's really
Quinn, I've got whispers turned off, by the way, so I didn't get your whisper. You'll have to write it to me on Steam. If that wasn't your follower sign, then I don't know what on earth yours is.
You have a reputation on the
I
line
know.
here, my friend, because James
This
failed
is a risky
miserably.
I don't have whispers turned on, mate. I turn off whispers, or else it would pop up right here. Like, every time I'm streaming, it would just, like, a
Anyone who's
whisper
made
box
anything in
appears.
That chair has failed every time.
Maybe I shouldn't. Second guessing.
Tastes good.
Man, I gotta get you.
Yeah, you can do that. It's pretty decent.
Wisely.
No, 2-1 in the favor of Lucky Bounce. I think that retrospect
I got you,
could
Quinn.
be
I got
good.
you.
It's just unlikely. Lucky Bounce has been
Oh,
very
man.
consistent for
Funny
years.
stuff.
So why stop now?
Okay, so we'll see. Lucky Bounce seems to be the favorite here at the analyst desk. Now it's time. Toss it over to our casters. Leaf.
All old names in the scene.
Skip a little bit.
Chrome, Genocop Classics, Kyle Mask as a sub. All these guys have been around, but what we haven't seen is them playing on a team. So we'll have to see if they gel on a team. Classics being on Onslaught, which finished 5th in the group stage last time, and then Gino also from another group stage.
Alright, so I'll just do one
these
more
guys, they have all the
game
skills,
today.
like
We're
they
gonna
were
watch
saying,
some Lucky Bounce versus Retrospect.
These guys have put in the grind. They actually beat
And
me, Lawler, and Carpet in a tournament.
that.
So if I know it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe, so they have massive
Wow, it's
skill.
hard to believe.
So we'll have to see. You heard the
Yeah,
smartest
show it to,
caster,
link it to me
the
on.
smartest analyst in Rocket League's prediction. We'll see if that
Oh,
holds
cheeky!
true.
I would
We'll see if it
challenge
holds
James to
true,
that
but they
title
are
for
about to jump
sure.
into it to let us know what's gonna happen in these
I don't know how you
matches.
could determine who's the smartest
On the
analyst in
kickoff,
Rocket League. That would be pretty
we got
tricky.
that KBM player, the keyboard
Pretty
and mouse,
tricky.
Gino Cop facing off against Darkfire. Completely
I mean,
neutral,
he's probably
so
smarter than me
his
because he
skills are
doesn't
still
play keyboard and
strong.
mouse.
As he jumps back into the RLCS, I mean, they made it this far. See if they can keep it up. Gino Cop off the wall. Good touch out to Chrome. Chrome a little late to get that touch. Gino Cop staying on that ball, though. He is not giving up. Pinch out front could be an opportunity. I don't think any of his teammates were expecting that one. Chrome gets there a little bit late. Classics on the ball, just a little bit under.
Who's the most
Tries to keep
stupid
possession.
analyst? Good
Trying
question.
to keep Timothy and them on their toes by keeping.
I
that ball.
shouldn't say. I
Oh,
shouldn't
good
answer that
block by
question.
Classics. They're getting back,
That's
but
never going to be a
Torment's
good
putting this
question
on
to
net,
answer.
So it's looking to be a close game so far.
Not a
These
good
teams,
hit by Darkfire right there.
knocking on the door,
It's
not only
completely
of the
missing with a very
RLCS,
strange
but
attempted
trying to
flip.
get that first goal of the series.
Chrome off the backboard. That could be out for a teammate. No one at all to get there for that. That ball rolled for about 10 minutes straight with no one touching.
Notice how every time this
On the
ball's
attack
switching
again,
from left to
though.
right, nobody's really in
Retro.
position to collect it.
And then get some
Teams are having to
throwbacks off of that.
completely
Gino Cop
switch
in
sides in the
Classics
pitch
gonna let
to
that
go
go
for
off
the
in
ball because
corner.
nobody's really
Sees
reading the
Torment.
play
Torment is gonna get the touch.
yet,
Timothy
at least.
Gets a nice touch out. Great pass to Torment.
Most stupid
He brought
analyst
up
is
Timothy.
Yemen.
The other touch is a
Nah,
little
probably
bit
not. There's
wide.
got to be
Chrome's
somebody
gonna keep
stupider.
up to that.
I wouldn't even
Darkfire
call
just
Yemen an
keeping the
analyst,
touch
really.
on. Could be a pass out to Chrome. Torment takes it inside.
Which
Good
analyst
touch
do I
from
disagree
Darkfire.
with the
Make sure he
most?
stays in
Well,
zone.
what are the
Torment's gonna
options?
run out as Timothy moves
What
in.
are the
Instead,
options?
takes his spot. The Classics and the Retro
Do you think Squishy Muffins is a place in a top NA team? Maybe. I've hardly seen Squishy Muffins play. I've seen him play 3 1v1s against Scrub and he did okay. That's all I've ever seen. I thought I caught his stream a few times, but not for long. So I wouldn't be able to say.
You see a lot of back and forth, and that's going to be an easy save here. Neither one of these teams able to get much.
The RLCS casters. Well, the only analyst is James, but Findable Carpet and Lawler. I don't really disagree with any of the things that they say. Like, usually what they're saying is fine. Like, it doesn't. I don't really disagree with things that they say. Not memorably, at least.
Attackers on the side of Lucky Bounce there, but eventually gives away possession. Torment scoops it up the wall.
Oh, bad miss by Gino.
To the far side, Chrome.
See, this is another one of those situations where the attacker has to come round the ball at a weird angle to get the shot because he's not rotating into the attack at the right angle. Just making the shot difficult to get powered on and also difficult to slam into a top corner. Oh yeah, I disagree with how Lawler pronounces especially, so that's probably, yeah, that's a good point actually.
Chrome's going to have the one here though, leaving Torment an open shot to get that clear down into the corner. Gino Kopp just getting his car on that one. Chrome, good touch at the middle.
Squishy's road to Grand Champ it was interesting to scan Overwatch, or scan over / watch. Yeah, I'm sure it would be. I think he's doing good content for Rocket League. If he actually named a move after himself, that's stupid.
What a save from Torment. You saw Timothy
there got like, what's it called, the Squishy Drag or whatever, that's dumb if he actually coined that himself.
Yeah, that was
but apart from that, I've got nothing against the guy.
Minute 40 left in this match.
Argue about it, pronounced especially. Didn't Squishy get a bunch of flack for calling the Squishy Drag? Yeah, he did, because like that's just dumb. Why would you do that? It's asking for people to make fun of him by doing that. How do you know what angle to enter the attack? You just have to try and read the game. Like right here, we see Darkfire approaching the ball very, very central. So in the back post, like when the ball comes off the back post and falls to the left side of the pitch, he's not really ready to attack that ball because he's in the middle. And usually people think, I'm in the middle, so I have more options in front of me. But actually, with you being in the middle and the goal being right in front of you, if the ball goes like past your angle of like, well, if it goes past the line of you and in the goal, or you and the goal, then you have to like go at a weird angle to get it back on target. But if you just like stay on the far side of the field, you're always going to be going forwards at the ball to put it on target. So that's what I mean by smart rotation. And there's a good rotation. Very good finish by Darkfire. See, look, Darkfire is already over there. If he was in the middle of the pitch, he would not have been able to get round that ball. But because he's on the far side, he was able to get there really quickly. Other people started calling it Squishy Drag. Gotcha, gotcha, Torment. See, I didn't know that. It's good to know. Other people started calling it Squishy Drag. It's a bit of a shame. It's a funny name to call something a Squishy Drag, but obviously it's just an air drag off the wall. That's all it is.
Down a goal. They need to get this. Chrome trying his best to get something set up for Classics. Can't. Gino Kopp winning back patiently. Classics thought he could get a pass there, but takes it away instead.
Patiently. It's so easy to misspeak when you're casting. Nice flip by Torment. See, a lot of people don't do that. They just like pop the ball into the wall, but actually just flipping to keep it rolling is a great play. Very easy play, but a good play nonetheless. Something Cuxer popularized in free play on his stream.
Can he get a play started up? Oh, one defender he had to beat. That's going to be a
pretty sure he called it a Squishy Drag in his own video. He told everyone in his video. Bit of a contra. I tried to click ready. Oops. I tried to click ready.
Inevitable that it goes 2-0 in favor of Lucky Bounce, but still, these teams coming out. This was a very slow game. These teams feeling each other out. It didn't feel like some of the other series that we saw today. These teams weren't as much. There were not as many passing plays. You're right. You know, we watched that Genesis game. We saw multiple plays of the players playing off of
You did that all the time in free play when you saw Cux do it on stream. Yeah, I mean that's where I saw it like first. Cux just. I was in free play. I was like, how does Cux always get the ball to roll up the wall? And I watched like how he hit it. Hitting the top of the ball to get the front spin, so it like kind of hugs the wall and climbs up it. If you get backspin on it, it doesn't do that. It falls off.
So that might just be a result of nerves. We didn't see a lot of offense, really.
No, not at all. I mean, most shots came out of Lucky Bounce, but like I think 3 total.
A lot of coming out of these casters.
It's not a lot. It's not a lot.
You want Gino Kopp to win for obvious reasons? Of course, I'd love to see Gino Kopp doing well with the keyboard. I mean, Retrospect did qualify. They do lose this game 2-1 to Lucky Bounce. Spoiler. sorry, but then they would go on to qualify against Neo in the losers bracket. They beat Heroes of Tomorrow 2-0 as well, so, you know, they got it done eventually. No real surprises. When I saw how well Selfless were playing, I wasn't surprised to see them go through in the losers as well. No surprises really from NA. Everything went as expected, because there aren't really that many teams at the next best level. I think Fake Out Nation had the best chance of making an upset happen, but they actually lost in the losers bracket to No Capes, which was very strange.
Reading that pass so well and just thinking that.
Sorry for.
Yeah, this one was just.
All right, we'll see what happened here. So Torment not getting a good clear. Wow, good positioning by Classics.
A hard position to be in if you're in net.
The defense just not able to react to that hard pass into the middle, the wall bounce pass.
Retrospect scores their first goal of the series.
Precisely as we said, it's off an assist too. It's off one of those passes. I still want to see the whole team get involved, but that's what you need to start with, and it worked already. Chrome winning the aerial contest. Classics winning that one. Team pushing the ball slowly, but inevitably.
These sounded like double jump aerials rather than fast aerials.
Classics tried to go for the demo, but the ball almost still
why is okay? I'm not sure why Juniko was throwing himself at that ball, but Classics had it under control, I guess.
He's the MVP this game. Yes, you saw him go for the demo.
Such a risky play by Gino. Throw him in.
The ball pops out into the mid, and he did a
like if the goalkeeper is just about to make the save, I don't know why you would throw yourself at it. Oh, this isn't Genesis versus Imperial. My title's completely wrong. I just deleted teams from it. RLCS qualifier VOD 2 VOD review.
Than we saw in the first game.
Oh, precisely, and that shot almost into an open net though. Classic.
Have I observed other regions apart from NA and made a comparison as to which region will be the best, or is it pretty even? Yes, I've observed lots of EU and NA, and EU is far superior right now.
Oh, going for the demo himself. We're seeing some
great pass by Chrome, by Gino. Or was it Classics? I can't remember. Sorry. Goldfish brain.
On net, barely missed that one. If you got a little bit more juice on it, might have been
more juice on it.
Be a pass for Classics, but good thinking by Classics.
Darkfire got carried into the corner by Chrome.
Darkfire out, Torment. Oh my goodness! It's just
oh no way! That was nearly the luckiest goal of all time. Somehow it kept out.
The whole ball has to pass over the threshold.
Wow, that was so close to going in. Middle East is the best region because it's filled with high-level EU players, yes. For those of you who don't know, if you are queuing Rocket League from Europe, you can turn on the Middle Eastern servers and your ping will be absolutely fine because it's most likely in Turkey, the server that you're connecting to. So it's not at all a bad ping. From EU to Middle East, I would recommend you turn it on to give yourself a little bit of a faster queue.
Trying to follow up, reads it wrong, but Darkfire's there to roll it up. Chrome reading the roll very well. Throws that right back down.
What is this? This is a Rocket League Championship Series qualifier number 2 video on demand review.
With another goal.
That's a mouthful. But you can follow this channel where this happened at twitch.tv/Rocket League. I would recommend everybody to follow that channel if you haven't already. You can catch the live content, or you can watch these VODs without me talking over them if you prefer.
So that it would have shot down the sideline, but he just missed, so bouncing right back out into the mid.
Duh, geography. Well, it's still a lesser known fact that you can actually queue up in Middle East. One time I was casting a Gfinity tournament, and the EU servers were lagging. Like lots of EU servers just had massive lag. So I told the guys in the admin team, I'm just gonna throw it on Middle East server, see if it's any better. And they were like, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? We don't want high ping. And I was like, relax, guys. I know what I'm doing here. Middle East ping's fine, and we got to Middle East, and there was no lag. And they were all just like, wow, we didn't know this. Like, it's a lesser known fact that Middle East servers are great ping for EU players.
End up with a 1-1 in the series of 3. If Retro keeps playing like this, most likely will.
They're just a subset of the EU servers which are closer to Middle East. That's interesting. I see. I wonder if they could like do that for the US East servers, like make a US, instead of having US East and West queue, why not East, Central and West, and stop making EU guys queue up for Texan servers? Because sometimes I'll get in a game with players from Texas and they've got like 4 ping, and I'm like, this is stupid. Or like, I'll play, another time I was playing with somebody from Chicago, and he had like 4 ping, and I was queuing up US East from NA, or from EU, and I had like 140 ping. I was like, it's just dumb. Why can't I just actually queue up for servers on the actual east coast of NA? What the? What was that?
Torment just delayed this. He was trying to be as unpredictable as possible, waiting for Classics. He makes his move and just threads it right behind Classics.
It looked a bit weird the first time around, but Chrome just couldn't get around it, I guess.
Could not make the save. Heads up.
But yeah, when I queue up US East from Europe, I don't want to be queuing up on a central server. I want to queue up on an East Coast server. And a lot of the time you get a central server that's just labeled US East. Because the US Central servers fall into both the US West and the US East queues, instead of falling into, like, neither, I guess. There should just be more options, so the EU guys can actually get consistently decent ping. Because I get good ping sometimes on US, like 80 or 100. It's good, playable. Then other times I'll get like 140, 150 because it's actually a central server. What a whiff by Chrome, my goodness. Completely open net and he misses it by a mile.
All you need to do is hold this lead. You don't need to get overly committed to anything. Just make sure you maintain the lead at least. Don't give up on anything. Don't play too passive.
Yeah, that's why you get 240 ping servers, Yummy, because you're actually queuing up. You queue up US West, but you're actually getting a central server.
I would really want to maintain the lead.
Because the central servers are in both playlists, East and West. So it sucks. EU guys get queued up in Central. Australian players trying to queue up in West get queued up in Central. It's handicap since apparently EU is so much better. It's horrible though. Like, I would love to queue up in East servers all the time, but I don't like to. Because sometimes I get awful ping.
17 seconds left. They need to do this if they want to win this. Or tie it at least, they get a 2-0, otherwise we're going into game 3.
It's a pretty fast-paced series, this one. Like, these players are playing quite quick. Rotation-wise, they're getting to the ball a bit slower because they're not positioned well enough to begin with. This stupid mouse is just right in the middle of the screen again. But yeah, players are getting a bit bunched up too much in attack. The one goal that we did see from, or the first goal we saw from Darkfire in Game 1 for Lucky Bounce was the only time that we saw somebody utilizing the far side of the pitch to just make use of the space. For the most part, people are just barreling down one side of the pitch in this series. And trying to score off near post rebounds.
Whoever wins this game gets into the group stage, so a lot riding on this one. Lucky Bounce, they were not in the group stage last time, trying to make it happen. Classic,
what a save by Timothy.
Striking early yet again.
We'll see if they can pull out what they pulled out in the second one for Retro. I mean, 9 shots to 3 is a much different game than that second one. Or if Lucky Bounce could pull out another win themselves.
But I mean, these guys mechanically are all decent. They're doing what they have to do mechanically.
Way down into retro zone. Torment not able to take opportunity.
Timothy creeping up a little bit too close, so takes himself out of the game as the ball goes over his head.
Yes, that was a questionable play there. Classics could have gone for the pass across net.
But yeah, notice in these games how often you'll see people just being on the same, the entire team being on the same side of the pitch right there for Retrospect. That's what I was going to say, and it just happened as I was saying it. Like, you can just see it occasionally when the autocam has the entire team in the shot. They're very often all on the same side of the pitch, not utilizing the back post as much as they could, both in attack and defense, but mostly in attack.
You don't score, so you got to do everything you can. That includes team passes, Classics. Good touch from midfield. Chrome bounce off there, not in his favor. Torment's going to take that away instead. Gino Cop putting it right back.
No control either. Like, both these teams are just hitting the ball. I don't think I've seen anybody take a first touch. Well, there's been a few, like when Torment touched the ball up the wall, like flipped into it to get the roll. He did that a couple of times, I believe. But apart from that, there's been hardly any like control. Everybody just smashing the ball away as soon as they get the chance.
Yeah, and Classics reading that.
Good back post defense, but Torment right there.
Solid job of preventing that backboard bounce. Those are so dangerous if you let those bounce straight out, but Torment shut it down.
Look at this again, the entire team on one side of the pitch, just not making use of the space. Right there, we did actually have somebody move onto the far side, but Timothy's just so close to the center, so he has to fly like straight up at this ball. He can't fly forward at it and hit it like at the goal. Not a good hit, and actually everybody in the net as well. Okay, so we did have Torment on the back rotation. Do you also play in this tournament? I played in the RLCS qualifier number 1 on the EU side of the bracket. It was a lot of fun. I didn't play it the second time around because I was making myself available for coaching mainly.
You can't have that. Timothy, now's an opportunity. Darkfire.
Oh, Darkfire saying get out my way
Darkfire
to
coming
Timothy.
in, finishing this one off.
Not a
Timothy's
good
got
save
bumper
right here.
rated Jello,
It's
but
got to be
Darkfire,
better.
pure
I don't know why
obsidian as
the
he
goal
just
is just
comes in
open and somebody's on the
smashes
wall.
that in,
I feel
and
like
now
somebody
Lucky Bounce,
left the net early,
about
probably
half the
Geno
game
Cup,
gone,
and then he
takes
made a
the
turn
lead.
around to try
So
and
far,
get
this
back,
is looking more
but
like
it's just
game
too
one,
late.
so this one could be the game winner. Retrospect gonna have to bounce back.
Torment off the wall. Chrome steals it away. Out front, Darkfire just tries to push it up, but instead he gives it to Classics. That's a shot on net. And Timothy not able to do
I guess that's just a
anything
goal.
in his own net.
The response.
Oh, that's
from
just such a bad
Retrospect.
clear by
Classics, he's been
Darkfire. And then,
scoring most of the
what
goals
is
all
Timothy
day.
doing in the
You
net?
see
What on
Timothy
earth?
was just lost in
Little
net.
bit
That
awkward.
little
What?
curve in the
He
net,
just
by
got
the
stuck in
post,
the net
by
somehow. I
the
was like,
walls in the
what?
net can be so annoying, and Timothy fell victim.
I love
right
the
there,
I love the
getting
term
lost.
noodle
That was an
hit,
easy
like
save,
calling a soft hit
but
a
just
noodle
didn't
hit. It's
recover
great.
in time.
Tripped up in net. That ties it up with a quick answer from Retrospect. 2 minutes left in this match. Another shot from Chrome. And he sinks that one in, putting them up 2-1.
Well, that's a decent response by
Yet
Retrospect.
again, Darkfire tried to shut down the hit from Geno. He was successful, but
Oh
Classic
dear.
bounced that out, and
This
he
time
put it
Torment
just
getting stuck on the
not
wall.
in a
So last time we saw
very good
Timothy
position
getting stuck
to
on the wall.
shut
This time
that
Torment
down,
just getting
and that's an
stuck like
easy
on the
goal
wall, just like
for
shagging the
Chrome.
post
Right
pretty
now,
much.
Lucky Bounce is crumbling under the pressure. A goal down with just 2 minutes left, and they have not been looking very good in this last minute.
We'll see. 2 minutes is still enough time to come back as we have a shot on net. Can they finish it up? Darkfire, he does, to equalize it once again. Back and forth.
Seems like every time
Darkfire
a team
keeping
takes the
them in it.
lead,
See, Classics had
the
to
other team is
jump
just like,
above
nope.
The
Oh, it's an awkward
demo
spot.
attempt from
Classics
Timothy.
getting
He was trying to
pressured
get that
by
that
Timothy.
bump.
Nice
Classics
pressure by
had to
Timothy.
jump, and that set it up
Classic
for
should
an
have been
easy
able to
shot
deal
for
with that though. All he had to do was
Darkfire.
touch the ball
Darkfire
basically.
put
The
it
ball
in,
had
but
plenty
Timothy,
momentum
good heads-up
if
play,
he
makes
touched it to
Classic
just
have to
like pinch off the crossbar and go clear.
Chrome
Or even
now with
just
a shot
bounce
on
off the
net.
crossbar and go
Obviously
clear.
an easy save for Torment. Classics keeps a pinch on there. That's up front of that, and that's dangerous. That could be a scoring
I can
opportunity.
only
Geno
imagine that you're trolling,
finishes it off.
Bleeding.
Way to be
Man,
there,
so many
Geno.
goals this
Where
game.
does all this scoring come from?
That's-
We've just
yeah.
had back-to-back-to-back goal. Timothy got a horrible hit there. And
Yeah,
Classics
not a good hit by
just popped
Timothy.
that right out into the mid where Geno Cop was waiting, and Geno Cop getting on the board. The third goal here, and this is a 1-goal lead. Whoever wins this is going to the group stage. So much riding on this, and right now, Retrospect in a position to take this one down.
Chrome doing everything to get a touch. He misses out on that.
What?
So Darkfire is going to dribble that down in midfield.
What?
One defender to beat. Can he do it? Pops
Oh,
up in
can
the
he
air.
body
Cop.
Geno? No.
Good
Okay.
patience reading that
I was
one
waiting
out.
for Darkfire
Touch, and
to
he
try and
did that on
body
keyboard
Demo.
mouse. Blows my mind to
Oh
Timothy.
my goodness.
Evens it up once again.
This is
That
so
was right
poor
at the
defensively.
goalie. How did this get
So
let
poor.
into
Like,
Classics?
what is
Put it
that
down
hit by
into the corner.
Classics?
Timothy reads
All he has to do is
beautifully.
keep that ball low and it
Geno
rolls up the wall to
Cop, oh, he was
safety.
just sitting, facing
Ah, and
directly
Geno
down
just
the
couldn't
field
get
instead
recovery
of,
in time. That's poor though.
parallel with the goal line. He was in an awkward
It's
spot
really
and
poor
couldn't
defending right there.
make that save. Now all tied up. This one is a nail.
Yeah, as Torment has pointed out
This is to
correctly in
keep them
chat,
in.
the
This
defending
is
this
game
game
at
is
number
so
3.
bad, but the
These
attack,
guys get to move forward.
like the attacking,
3-3, a minute left.
pressure's
This
being
is the
lost
lead.
because
We say that
people
for
are
a
always on the
hustle.
same side of the
Timothy's
pitch,
trying to stuff it past so
and
they
they're kind
don't
of
have to go into an
like
overtime.
moving across the
Darkfire
field
out
together
home.
instead of
Good
ever
touch.
having somebody
Good
already
pass.
over there.
Torment, shot on net. Classics. Keeps
Lucky
it out.
bounce!
We'll see if he can push that down
James
and get
is
a
so
scoring
funny.
opportunity of their own. Get some offensive play started. But Chrome and Darkfire just
To be honest, I love it when
back and forth in
colorcasters
this
do that.
corner.
Just get
That's out
super
front. Pressure
hyped.
needs
Like
to be
that's
on
something I try
Torment.
to
He
do.
does. He's gonna lose out this unless
Just
he
like
gets
start
the
shouting
radius.
over the
Classics
play-by-play
puts it
guy.
up 40
He
seconds
started
left.
play-by-play, and you're just like,
Insane.
ah!
Getting stuck in their own zone is Lucky
What a
Bounce
save!
puts on an immense amount of
That could be
pressure,
on.
but they got to make sure they don't leave an open
Oh,
net.
Torment
That
thought it was
a little
in.
bit wide. Would have been in had it been on target.
Also,
Now,
like
Retro tries to make it
I feel like there's
their
just
own.
no
Geno
control
Cop just
in these
gonna keep
games.
the
Everybody
pressure on.
just
That's
hitting
under
the ball
Chrome.
away,
Chrome gonna have time. No, he's gonna
which
leave it out.
A
Classics
miss.
missed
it works so long as
Chrome
you
just has to
can.
get that away from
Oh,
his
that's a
net.
good touch.
Geno Cop
Almost a
push
pass
it in,
back.
but Timothy
Not the best play by
stopped
Geno though,
20
missing out in most of the
seconds
ball.
left.
Mid pass. Look for the pass here. He did get it. Classic's a little slow. And that one was challenged by Darkfire. That was
James Bell just
dangerous
taking over the
position.
play-by-play.
This is it.
I mean,
9
sometimes that happens.
seconds
You'll be
left.
color casting, and the
Either
color
one of these
cast or the
teams
play-by-play throws it to you, and you don't actually have anything to say, so you just start play-by-play casting.
Just wide. Geno Cop just needs to get up the wall.
Geno
Can't
Cop actually
quite get
letting
out.
it
And
drop
we hit
there.
overtime of
Interesting.
game
He
number 3.
probably could have kept it up.
Overtime. Can you believe this? Whoever scored
scores this next goal is in the group stage. The nerves that these players must be experiencing right now off the charts. Retrospect and Lucky Bounce, both of these teams wanting to get into the group stage so badly, prove that they are a top 8 team, and it's all coming down to this final goal. We'll see now Darkfire trying to set it up. The pass.
You're not wrong, James. You're not wrong.
Going to take that away, knowing their Torment steals that away off the backboard. Good.
Similar to
Touch,
Mucket
Retro,
style.
second shot, that's on. Oh, no, Rome!
What?
Double finish. You can see Lucky Bounce just continuing to put pressure on the net. Timothy putting a shot on their
Oh
goal.
no.
It bounced off the
That's why
post
you get
and
in the
off
goal. You
goal
don't stay
into the net.
outside
It
the goal
has
line. If he was like
bad
just if he
if
just
you're
jumped
thrown
on the
there,
inside of the goal line, that would
accidentally
never
knocking that one
happen.
down. Big prop
Wow.
to Lucky Bounce for coming through and clutching it. Lawler,
That's so funny.
He called this one, so you gotta give him credit. You got what a series! Oh man, yeah, that's the thing. You gotta give him credit for calling that one. Lucky Bounce coming up huge. This one coming down all the way to overtime of Game 3 and them getting in. So we have a new challenger in RLCS with Lucky Bounce.
Oh
a
dear.
new team getting into the group stage. Keep your eye on them.
Chrome throwing for
Retrospect.
skins.
Wow, what a performance, but coming up
That's
just
funny.
short. It's heartbreaking for Retro, but very, very not heartbreaking for Lucky Bounce. As you said, they're finally in. They made it to those. I'm excited to see them in the group stages. Absolutely wonderful. And now I want to see
Lucky Bounce living up to their name. Indeed.
The new smartest guy. The new smartest guy.
Getting some,
Taking
sorry about the jitters. Is the VODs sometimes lag a little bit and drop frames, but that's not my end. It's just the VOD that I'm watching lagging. Apologies for that though. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. I think I'm all burnt out on watching RLCS VOD reviews. But yeah, just as a quick recap, we've seen Exodus, Mucket Esports, Genesis, and Lucky Bounce qualify. Pretty much all expected. This was always going to be a close series, closest of them all. Although Selfless gave Mucket a great run for their money, and I thought Fake Out Nation might put up a bit more of a fight, although I didn't expect them to win. Then of course, in the losers, Selfless took down No Capes. Fake Out Nation falling to No Capes was definitely a surprise, and Retrospect won out this side of the loser bracket, definitely as expected. Not many surprises on NA with regards to RLCS, but I'm gonna sign off for today, so thanks for watching, thanks for all the follows and the hosts and the donations, and if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for subscribing if you have already, and if you haven't, definitely consider it. It's a big support. And yeah, keep an eye out. I'll be doing more of these as RLCS continues throughout the following weeks. Going to be following it with great intent, very much interest. I'm going to go ahead and host Marky Duda right now, because he's streaming right now, and he hardly ever does. Is he still streaming?
By both teams, I would say. It was very quiet by both sides.
I think he's still streaming.
Saves, but it was because the shot quality was
Yeah, Marky Duda's still streaming. Let's give Marky a host.
wet
So,
noodles, as James would say.
go give Marky some love, boys.
Yeah,
Go say hi for me,
James, we don't question
and
yeah, like, almost
say
every
hi
shot
to him
there
and
was
his friends.
three, roughly,
And
that
I'll
came
see
out,
you.
and each one was saved except for the
I'll see you
one
pretty
goal
soon.
that
I'll be doing a lot more
managed to sneak
streams in the
But
coming
Gino
weeks,
Copp's save at the
hopefully,
end there was just unbelievable.
because I'm
Showing
going to
that
have a bit more
defense
free time.
does make a
But thanks for
difference,
watching
and that
again.
patience coming through.
Take
People
care.
score that out on themselves.
And
Yeah, and
peace.
in game 2, Classics was putting on a show. Goal